All right. Facebook Live. We are live. I'm going to do some sponsors here. As you can tell, it's just me because my sidekick, Toe, is on the radio. He is in Vegas right now for the high limit races tomorrow. So that lucky son of a gun is
Sucks to be me.
sucks to be told, he says. So let me run down some sponsors. It was a huge week for us. We landed some big sponsors, and I can't thank them enough. So we got Heartland Hardware out of Brandon, South Dakota. Rob Van Ingdam, I've coached him in football and everything else. But if you need appliances, that's the place to go. Heartland in Brandon. They have a brand new building. It's way out by the interstate. And the other part is, I think he actually sells beds there also. Kaiser Aluminum Wheels. They have become a paying sponsor. I think every race fan knows who Kaiser Aluminum Wheels are. Wade Huseman and all his guys do an amazing job, so we're so thankful for them. My Race Pass signed back up for 6 months, which is just huge. And, you know, My Race Pass, it's one of everybody watches My Race Pass. It's super to have. Houston Speedway is a big sponsor. S2F, start to finish. Power Eye Racing, they have all kinds of racing on S2F. They have become a big sponsor for us, so we appreciate them. Mm-hmm. I also got a check this week from Mount Tabor Cabinetry. They are, on board for another 3 months. They're out in PA. Morning Sun Marketplace is a flea market way out in PA, and we can't thank them enough. Turn 2 Lodge. They've been a long-time sponsor. They usually cover us over the summer. We'll see if they do it again this year. And then, of course, Folkens Brothers and Heroes Haven out of Brandon, South Dakota, helping with the veterans and the police and the EMTs getting special trips, free trips. They do just amazing work. So, did I miss anything, Tove? I think I got them all, didn't I?
I think you covered them all. Life's pretty easy when you're on vacation. I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah, you got that right. You just got to talk, and that's what you're good at. So, all right, we're going to go live on the podcast here. It's Lenny Tucker, right, Lenny?
You betcha.
All right, here we go. Hey, we're at Hoagie's Garage, and we have Lenny Tucker from Park Jefferson Speedway. How the heck you doing?
Oh, good. How you guys doing?
Well, Tove's doing better than me.
I'm doing awesome.
I think next year we should do this live at the High Limits race up there, and I should get to come. You guys, I'll drive some sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? We'll get some stuff done.
Yeah, I'm all in favor of you flying us down to Vegas and getting us taken care of, Lenny.
I'll contact Joe McGee at Toy Scout. He's I can buffalo him into getting us down there.
Well, Tove and I won't say no. I can tell you that. But
we'll start making the plans for next year.
I just need where we're going. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. I need tickets. You guys bring the equipment.
You bet. So, Lenny, I think, kind of like Rapid Speedway, I think the first thing we need to talk about is kind of what happened last year with the floods and everything else. And then kind of from there, we can go on to what's going to happen this year. So just kind of fill us in on what all happened last year with the floods.
So last year we planned on racing the next week, and Sunday I went and shot some darts. I'm one of those guys that can't play darts, but I do it to support the league, you know what I'm saying? They get my money.
Well, they need them guys.
I went there to shoot some darts when I was up there. Sean Lundquist, the Toy Scout. Toy Scout does a lot of sponsoring, I think he sponsored 10 cars. They do a lot with the racetracks and stuff. But he calls me and says, hey, there's water coming into the campground. And I'm like, no, there's not. Like, I grew up in Akron, so the Big Sioux floods every year, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm like, okay. And he sends me a video, and I'm like, okay, well, I got a camper there. We got a lot of campers there. And so we had to do a quick evacuation of the campers and stuff. And we were flooded for a while. And so we had Sunheim Wells come out and help us get the track, pumped out. Me and Sean, we painted the bleachers. We were painting the walls. Well, this happened. So the walls were bright white when we did it. And we go out there, and now it's about midway up. You can see how high the water was because the wall was bright white, and there was a big, brown
Stain on them. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, man, all this hard work, and me and and Wayne Becker, he's an amazing track owner, and I actually consider him an amazing friend of mine. But even Wayne was like, you really got to see the wall yet, it happened while he was on vacation, and he didn't even get to see the flood at first, and I'm like, man, we worked so hard on it. Well, as Wayne came back, then we pumped out a lot of water. So we went out to pump out water. Wayne shows up in a pair of, dude shoes, all dressed up. You might not want to wear those. Sean, who helps a lot with all this, he's there with thigh-high boots on, rubber boots. And I'm like, you probably need to, oh no, we got this. So as we're doing this, Sean's boots are filling up with water. Wayne looks like literally we tackled him in the mud. Someone oh my God, it's a football thing, and it was so fun to see it all. And we worked so hard to get it back together. And Jay, Wayne's brother-in-law, we went out there and we worked so much. People would not believe how much corn stalks we had.
Yep.
And you have to do something with that. You just can't leave it, and because underneath it, you'd walk on it, you'd think, oh, this is great. You would take a shovel full of that corn stalk, it was wet underneath.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just, like I said, I grew up on the Big Sioux up in Akron and Westfield. So we sandbagged every year, football season, I've never seen it like this. Honestly, I've seen it a lot, but it was just different, And when we started to go back to racing, so I put my race car back together because I wanted to go race other tracks, like Rock Rapids, AWS, Mulder's, they're amazing. Leon is probably the greatest person in the world. If you don't know who Leon Mulder is, you need to reach out to him. I don't care if you live in Canada, call Leon. He has stories. He's amazing. He really is. Right?
Yep.
And so Leon sponsored my race car. We're putting it together, and then the flood happened. So then it stopped everything. All of our momentum at Park Jefferson, it stopped everything. I couldn't believe how much it changed what we were doing. And then all of a sudden, we decided, you know what, we got to keep going. We dug it out, we cleaned it up, we did all this work, and all of a sudden, we're back to business, right? We're having fun, we're racing, we're putting on a great show. And not a baby show, we're putting on great shows. We're talking Mike Nichols coming up there, and we're talking local drivers running door to door with him to win races.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, Mike Nichols won a lot of races with us. Let's not get that twisted, but people were local drivers that never been at his level. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Going out there and just doing their thing. It was awesome. And we were loving it. Well, then, flood's done. We're racing. We're having fun. And all of a sudden, Wade comes to me and right before boom. And he said, are you still building a haunted house? Well, we were supposed to, but I haven't stopped working. I didn't have a summer. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do nothing fun last year. And he's like, I like to go to races, But between Park Jefferson and I was announcing on at Wagner, I didn't get the chance to do anything fun,
Yep.
I was like, oh man. He's like, right at Boone. And I'm like, well, I want to go to Boone. He's like, we need to build a haunted house. All right, we're going to build it. So we had a bet who could build a haunted house or who can make the track the same size as Boone by the next race in September. So if you haven't been to Park since last year, you're missing a lot. Park is now about the same size as Boone. Park is, I actually put my race car on it the first practice we had after we shortened it, and I'm telling you, it's the most fun I've ever had. You're a racer, you love racing. This track is white knuckle. There's slide jobs, it's just a blast to do. And he made it that way, and I don't mistake dinner because my haunted house, which is still out there, which is going to be every year, my haunted house took a little longer to build in that racetrack, which I don't understand, that's stupid. I didn't have to put 2x4s up. He moved earth, Yeah, I don't get it. But you challenge Wayne to something, he'll make you look silly.
So what do we call the track now? Is it a short 3/8, a quarter mile, or what are we calling it for distance?
It's almost identical to Boone.
Okay.
Has a nice banking. If you go on the bottom of you're racing on the inside of it, if you get on the gas too hard, she'll come up the hill a little bit. And the guy on the outside, he better have the gall and run up there, because you're coming up. You're not, but you look like you are. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me a lot of. So I went up to Houston a couple times in a race when they rained out up here and stuff. And back when Houston was Houston, that's nothing about Houston's bad now. But when Houston used to run those those street stock looking things and all that, and it was just all motor. It was so fun to go there. We went up there and raced a couple times, and it's the same thing. You come off the bottom of Houston, it feels like you're going to go all the way to the wall. That guy on the outside of you, you're like, you better lift, buddy. We're gonna meet, And all of a sudden, all of a sudden you're like, oh, it caught. We're doing good, And that's what Park feels like now. The high line ain't dominant. You can race on the bottom. Butch Morgan every week does a great job. We call him the dirt god at keeping that track the same way. And I'm telling you, if you have a race Park and you're out there looking for something fun, exciting to do, Park's the place to go right now. And I know that everyone says that, oh yeah, but you work there. Well, Wayne, they brought out dozers and excavators and stuff, again, to make it better,
Yeah, I saw that they were there. What, were they just making more banking even more, or what?
No, he was cleaning up everyone said off at turn 2, people that were on the high side, they were nervous the guy on the bottom was going to catch him, not catch him, but hook him, So he fixed that. He used a digital drone to go out there and whatever, and so we put the track to, so when we made it from Boone, we used all the measurements. We went to Boone, him and his son went to Boone, measured everything, right? Come back, we're going to do this. Once again, Lenny, who says, Wayne, can we wait till the end of till the year's over? We have 4 more races left. Why are we doing that, And Wayne says, what do you mean? Why are we doing it? We're doing it because we want racing better. Well, I know, but we're going to tear a lot of dirt up, a lot of the facility up. Can we wait? Nope, we're doing it. So I support him. I spent a lot of time out there watering the track or packing it in, But he came back with it. Well, and that turn off of turn 2, people complained about it. It felt like the guy on the bottom, if he wasn't in control, was going to cause wreck. So Wayne said, we're fixing it. Hey, this company come out and do this whole thing. And I'm telling you, Northbridge, excavating, they have to hate me and Wayne. But they have to hate us. Because, we show up and we're looking at stuff, we're so, what was that? Well, that's where the dirt's going over pushed up the hill. That doesn't look like a racetrack. It's not done yet. All right, I'll walk away. Because, we don't see I don't see the finished product. I'm looking at it well, there's a big mountain. We're going to have a jump now or what? And so they've done a lot of work, and he's made it better and better and better. And, the Sunheim Wells, Jonah did a great job for us this year, last year. road for indoor skating. You can't thank these guys enough that, you know, helped us make this track, and it is literally a white knuckle. Hang on. If you want to go racing, you want to go fast, you better be that guy. You know, you're not going to be, like I said, about the high limits. Why I like going to the high limits? Because there's no, everybody in that field can win, right? There's no, oh my God, look at, oh, so-and-so just showed up. That's an easy pass. Oh, but he don't start on the front row. There's none of that. And that part, that's what's happening, is like, the people that are there, the big dogs are big dogs, don't get me wrong. But the guys, Dallas Williams, doesn't have the, and he's a hobby stocker, and I mean, the car is rough, and he has a lot of fun, but he's not $1 million driver, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. He's enjoying it.
Yeah, he's actually out there being competitive, because he doesn't have to have the motor they all used to have. He doesn't have to have the equipment they used to have. All he has to do now is he has to go out there and drive, you know? And that's what Wayne wanted to do, is he wanted to put get the drivers to drive again, and not, like, we're not NASCAR, you know? We're not going to follow around. Hopefully we get a little bit of air off the next guy to pass him, you know? No, you want to go up there and have fun, let's go, you know? So that's from the front to now, that's our mindset, and man, we have done amazing things out there. We got, we put a haunted house out there, and it's a great haunted house, by the way. So, if
You're saying we gotta come down for the races, and we gotta come down during Halloween.
yeah, you come down in October, some of our races in October, you come down to them in November, and if I have my way, we'll have one in December this year. I'd like to have one in every, I would like to say before I retire from all this, that I've had a race in every month of the year. Because I honestly believe if you race before anybody else, you'll have a big car count. If you race after everybody else, you'll have a huge car count. And if you don't believe me, look at the almost 200 cars we had in November. That year on the race.
Yeah, that one got a little late.
Yeah, racing in January and February, though, you're in Northwest Iowa. That could be a little tough.
Hey, listen. They said the Titanic wouldn't make it as far as it did. It did. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say it made it all the way, but it made it pretty far.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's what it's about. It's like, we put on a great show right now, and we want to keep getting that great show. And, you know, you talked about your guys' sponsorship. You know what? I'm going to talk to Wayne about getting Park Jefferson on that Hoagie sponsorship list, too.
That would, absolutely. We would love that.
Oh, people that are out there listening right now, you need to get on their Facebook and order a Hoagie sweatshirt. I'm ordering 2 tonight. I'm telling you, they're nice. Give them a bit of support. They'll all just support us. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We've got to support local racing. If we don't, well, Interstate Speedway right now, I hope it opens, but it's sitting over there, and it doesn't have much interest right now to open. And I don't like that. Like, I grew up racing in South Dakota. I grew up in this area. I want to see everything succeed. I don't look at Jim and I'm like, oh God, Jim, I don't like that guy. No, I'm like, Jim, win, bud, let's go, you know? If it's gonna make you succeed, let's do it. And that's Wayne's mentality. That's, you know, everyone that works at Park, if you're gonna work for us, you gotta have that mentality that the people, the race car drivers, right? They're the show. It's like a circus. They're the show. 3 Elephant Circus, they're the show.
Yeah.
But you can't have the show if you don't have people in the stands watching it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What does your schedule look like this year, Lenny?
Oh, man, we got some scheduling going on. So we brought the Dave Riley Memorial back from Interstate. We were, originally, they were going to go back and forth with it. And so it was nice that we did that, that we got it back. Well, hopefully we can stay with it, because I raced with Dave Riley. Most of my life that Dave was racing. Strongest guy I've ever wrestled. I'm not lying. He was an ox. So it's nice to have Dave back. Dave Riley Memorial back to where I'm at too, because once again, you know, like, I ain't gonna lie, me and Dave spent a lot of time together, and Johnny Kane and all those guys, so it was kind of fun to see us coming back. And then we have an early bird race coming up next weekend, I do believe. March 29th. We'll also have a practice on March 28th. We know Beatrice will be running too. But our thing is we want to give people a place to go other than, one place, Travel in a park, come down, have some fun. We've already done all the hard work. We know gear you need to run. We know everything you need to know. We have a campground you can, your fans can camp in, your friends. We have it all. So, come on down, let's have some fun. And we're going to start that. Then we start our actual INCA season on April 18th. Okay. Then we have the Bill Kirk Memorial. We have the Dave Riley Memorial. Bill Kirk, if you've never been to Siouxland, you don't know much about Siouxland. Bill Kirk, phenomenal part of Siouxland racing. Dave Riley, phenomenal part about Brad Green. He's our flag guy. His grandpa helped racing to its fullest. And so we have 3 memorial races this year, and we're really working on them to grow, So, as you guys know, sponsorship, just with you guys, sponsorship's the difference between a great night and an okay night. Great season, an okay season. So, we do have a lot of room for some of the sponsorships, especially on those memorial nights. We're trying to get more people involved and more people a part of it. And we've done a lot of great things. Like, don't get me wrong, Toy Scouts amazing. ATI, outstanding out here. They do a lot of stuff around here for sponsorship. Just a lot of it. Even on we have a bar, Two and Feather again, that sponsors the class every year since Wayne's owned it. And it's not one of those bars that you go into like, dang, this place is always growing. It's one of those places like, dang, we appreciate you because you know what? You could have probably not done it, but you're doing it, and we love you for it. So that's why I go support it,
Yeah.
You bet.
Yeah, and like we said, you can have all the race cars show up that you want. If you ain't got fans or sponsors, it ain't gonna last.
You hear all
you gotta have butts in the seats and
and you hear it all the time when drivers talk about, well, when I raced back in '99 and 2004, I got paid the same person I'm getting paid now. You're right. Race cars cost more. You're right. They do. I get it. I race.
Yeah.
I've raced for years. I get it. But you want to make it grow? Then you know what? Support it. And that I support racing it. I'm telling you right now, I will be seen at 30 tracks this summer, guarantee you, before all time. Because you support those that support us. And I support racing when I go buy products. I go to places. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, everyone knows, Amazon may be cheaper than most places.
Yeah.
But Amazon doesn't have a softball team sponsoring a little league team in my town, right?
That's right.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna go to that place that, like Toy Scout, that sponsors 10 cars, sponsors the racetracks, willing to do stuff for us to help this industry grow and not shrink. And it's shrunk for a while. People say, well, you can't race anymore if it ain't a special. Well, welcome to Park Jefferson, every night special. Right?
Yeah.
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 And it ain't nice to say necessarily, but there aren't maybe a handful of local racers that are ever going to make money. For what they spend getting the car ready and to get to the track and stuff. A vast majority of them are doing it just because they love to do it.
Exactly. Never. In 1997, when I started racing, back when it was all knock the windows out, wheel iron, you go down there and you ask old Keller heard about a car out of there, you get sponsored, you bring it back when it's all junk. We didn't worry about making money. I never worry about making money. I worry about having fun.
Yeah, and you're going to win a race and take a trophy home, it's a bonus.
Yeah, I worried about putting on a show. I'm a showman. Put on a show. You know what I'm saying? Like when I work when I get on the mic at Park or Wagon, whenever I announce that, I'm not there to you know what, I got paid good money to be here, you guys all listen. No, I'm here to have fun. Let's put on a show, let's have fun, let's make these customers that pay to get in, let's give them that show again,
Yeah.
And I think that's missing a lot.
We got a comment here that you're going to have to explain to me maybe. We got a Brad Wilcox comment that says too loose.
Because I like that feeling of a car when you throw it in the corner. I want it to feel like the G's, you know what I'm talking about? Like, woo! Like the teacup at the carnival. So, my whole racing career to this day, everyone's like, Lenny, tighten it up a little bit, you'll be great. I'm like, yeah, but they don't feel the same. So I like going in the corner where
You
that
like her
front
loose.
tire. Yeah, I want every time I go in the corner, I can see the tread on the left front tire because it's going the other way, and then coming back, and I'm trying to save it. So it feels fast to me. You know what I'm saying?
Total change of subject here. We got some people unloading next to me out here. We talked to them earlier, and they got like 7 spots for motorhomes, but they only got like 4 motorhomes coming. The rest of it, I think, is the party scene. They just unloaded a bar out of the back of a toy hauler. I am pretty sure I'm going to have to go over and check that out. They invited us over. They thought they'd have around 40 people there for the weekend.
Are you going to buy the tickets? We'll come right now.
Oh.
We'll go together.
They rolled out a grill, I think, would feed the whole town of Leicester. And they got their bar, and they got a fire pit. I'm thinking these people are here for the weekend. They're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I think you went to the right spot there, Tom.
I think we parked in the perfect spot. We're halfway between the dirt track and the NASCAR track. We can walk to them both. And,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's going to be a good weekend.
What a great show that dirt track puts on down there.
Yeah.
It really puts on a great show. You go down and watch the USAC midgets when they're down there. I've done it before. A long time ago, I don't know if they still go back through there. But I've watched those guys, and they always put on a great show down there. I mean, it's a great show.
Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, we have Lenny Tucker from Park Jefferson Speedway. And what classes are you all running this year?
Oh, we're going to run late models, modified, stock cars. I can say hobby stocks. I can say most classes. Then we're going to go down to sport mods, Hornets. I'm trying to talk them into bringing the 305s in, sprints for more than what it is. It just costs money. People like, oh, why don't you bring it? Because it costs money. You know,
Yep.
instead of sitting there judging us or tearing us apart because, you know, a hot dog is $4, go to the baseball fields. They're the same hobbies. Like, we're no different than anywhere else. We have to make money to keep this going, you know. And people are like, oh, $4 for a hot dog. Have you been anywhere that sells hot dogs other than Come and Go? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I will make you a hot dog at my campground after the races. You wait till it's over. I will sell it to you for $2.
Yeah, so
But it's not going to be a hot dog. It's going to be whatever's left on the grill. You know?
somebody had.
I'll check the prices down here, and I can report next week.
I've been to Houston. I'm not getting a $2 hot dog, okay?
No.
Just letting you know.
You're not going anywhere. Maybe Eldora. They're about the only place that hasn't jacked stuff up unbelievably, I think.
They're better prices anyhow, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also, because of Tony Stewart being involved in, which Tony's great at what he does, but Tony Stewart being involved in the races they put on, you don't have to worry about that because they have people knocking on their doors. You know,
That's right.
Yeah.
Where I'm out knocking on doors every day asking, you know, people, hey, have you thought about sponsoring a racetrack? And you have so many people that are competing against us. You have Little League Baseball. You and I have football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's so many businesses. And we've tried camping, summer stuff, and we tried Thursday nights last year. It wasn't a great hit. But we tried it because you can't say it ain't going to work if you don't try it, right?
That's
So
right.
We tried it. It wasn't the greatest. We're back on Friday night. We're going to go to Friday nights this year. And that's what we're going to do because we have some Sundays, we have some specials throughout the year that are different days. But we also know that we're trying to give you guys your weekends. So if you wanted to go to a big race in Houston and Park Jefferson wasn't racing, you could go.
Yeah.
You know, and that's, we try to do that. Or if you had to go to a football camp or you're going to go to the lake and go boating or whatever, we try to do that. And that way people could have it back. And, you know, it wasn't the greatest. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't the greatest. So we go back to the weekend, we'll try again. And, you know, that's the best part about Wayne is he's always thinking, even if you tell him no.
Yep.
So if you go to Wayne and say no, Wayne's like, okay. The next day he calls you, he's like, guess what I thought of? I said, no, Wayne. We talked about this.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You guys need to come down to Park one weekend on a Friday night. Come down to the races. Hang out with us. We'll bring you up we'll even let you, be the celebrities of the event. Which you can go up and drop the green flag for Brad Green. I don't know if you've been to our flag stand, but you get too many adult males up there, and it gets awful nervous. So, and Brad Green did a great job. I'm so glad we got Brad back to flagging. He flagged for years with his dad. And he kind of got out of it, and I need a flag guy. I was in a pinch. My flag guy got caught out of town, and I got him back into it, and he is just phenomenal. So, it's Brad Green's phenomenal flag guy. But you guys can throw the opening flag.
Hey, he must think we're somebody, but if he's gonna give us the VIP treatment when we come down there.
Hey, I'm telling you, if you bring down 5 people, I'll give you VIP treatment. You know what I'm saying? we gotta show at Park Jefferson. When I hear the talk about it, we're here to be about it. And if you show up with enough people, I'm gonna be like, all right, come on in. Like, we only got 10. 10's great. Let's go.
You bet. You bet. I don't know, Joel. Is there anything else that we need to bring up?
Well, he's covered what he's got going on and what they've done to the track, and
we got a go-kart track going in as well. We're working on that as we speak. I worked on it last weekend. So, we are in South Dakota. We had snow, rain, snow, rain.
Yeah.
60-degree day, snow, rain. 65-degree day, snow, rain. So it's kind of slowing us down a little bit at the beginning here, but we do also work on a go-kart track for racing. Because once again, you got to get people involved. Like when I was a kid, when I started racing, there wasn't a maybe. I was going to race,
Yep.
I wanted to race. This was cool. And now there's the younger people getting involved and it isn't as fast or isn't as much. So we put a go-kart track in. There's a lot of people that bought go-karts around here when the interstate was going to do it, and then because the park didn't get it done. And so we're putting it in, and we're going to run a season off it, and we're going to let these kids come out and have some fun, And the best part about it is if you come out and you do, instead of, like, because go-kart racing don't really pay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is if you win, your first win, you get grandstand tickets to park.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you win 5 races, I'm going to give you pit passes to park for you and your family. Because I can't change the world and say, from now on we're paying $500 a win on a go-kart for the 60 kids that don't even know the racing. No, we got to we got to stick with the plan, but we got to grow the plan. And you get more people involved and more people want to. Willie Kirk, race go-kart, trade go-kart, moved up, and look at him. He was Rookie of the Year, IMCA. He's done phenomenal racing. Last year he had, I'm going to say, 30 top 2 finishes. Second place finishes. Like, you want to talk about, like, amazing. Like, I would love to be able to keep a chain of thought long enough to get second place.
What is...
So the go-kart,
Yeah,
the go-kart track, go ahead, I'll shut up.
No,
I was going to say, half the time I'm driving down I'm racing, looking up in the stand, I'm like, oh, this place has chili cheese fries. Been the room before. All my friends said, we'll eat after we get done racing. I'm like, all right, go to the back stretch. Go in the boom, they're going to go green. And all of a sudden I look up there and they're eating hot dogs. I'm like, it was raining hungry.
2 quick questions with that. What's the go-kart track's name going to be, and what days or nights are they racing?
I want to run Sunday afternoons. That way the kids can be done. Parents can be done. If the interstate does open, they can still go race at the racetrack, and stuff like that. And I want to do a Sunday afternoon. And I want to start about, I don't know, probably noon or 1 o'clock is what the game time's going to be. My pick, because, all these go-kart tracks that you see at these big tracks are like little Houston's, maybe I-80 or whatever. I don't want to do that. I want to give it something different. So the property that Park Jefferson's on, the one half of it, used to be called Dakota Flats. It was pretty much a trailer park. And I thought it'd be cool to bring that back. Wayne says no, because everyone's going to think it's a flat track. So I'm still fighting with Wayne on that, with me going to lose. Let's be honest, I had a different name for the haunted house. He's like, no, Siouxland Shadows. All right, Siouxland Shadows is what it is. So, I I really would like it to be Dakota Flats because, you know, where we're at and what the part of it is. But that's up to Wayne, and we're working on that stuff. Like I said, the big tracks are our main focus right now. I got some sponsors lined up just for the go-karts. That's what they're about as the kids and stuff. And so we're working on that. Park Jefferson put in like 300 new bleacher boards. We're talking not just the seat boards, even the standing boards. Really went through. We also bought, last year we put in a big catwalk with our existing one on the backstretch. Wayne went out and bought some aluminum bleachers that we're going to raise up in the back straightaway at Interstate. Well, sorry, at Park. And so when we do that, that's going to be things. So then I went out and got sponsors to build us. And they're just wooden right now, don't get me wrong. But some wooden bleachers for the go-kart track because, once again, like everything I do, like I'm about the show, but it's kind of like fish fries. When I was 19, I was netting fish with one of my foster parents, right?
Yep.
Fish fries were everywhere. On a Friday night, you could not find a place that didn't have all-you-can-eat fish, right?
Yep.
Yep.
It dies with the age, right? So now you don't see them as much, whatever, because, you know, the younger generations are not doing it. So if you want to keep racing alive, you want to keep racing growing, A, it takes money, so you need help. B, it takes, you know, fan involvement as well as driver involvement. But we have to keep the younger class growing into it.
Yep.
And that means sponsors. Support the sponsors that support the races. If you're thinking about buying a hoist, and you see at Houston, you see on a wing, Jimmy's hoist, it may be $500 more than, you know, buying the one at Harbor Freight or whatever, but go buy it from Jimmy because he's sponsoring the races. He's growing us. And I can't say that enough. There's so many people like, oh, why would I support local racing? They don't, what do they do for us? Entertainment.
Absolutely.
Grow it, make it better, right? And that's what people forget.
Yeah, I don't know what we would do on the weekends if there wasn't racing. So we'd be doing something stupid instead of sitting here watching races and being safe. So
I watch racing every night. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I watch old races. I watch races from different areas. I watch like all kinds of races. I love dirt track racing, especially. And I'll here. I'm gonna give you guys a free plug. If you haven't done it yet, go to Hoagie's Garage on Facebook and order one of those sweatshirts. They are cool, man.
Yep, absolutely.
We're gonna have to have this guy on more often, bud.
When you come to Park, I'll have him autograph them for you guys for free. So they come to Park, everyone with a Hoagie sweatshirt gets an autograph from the two gentlemen.
Yeah. No, nobody wants that. That'll wreck the sweatshirts.
See that? Now I just made you guys famous, infamous. You know?
Oh,
Oh, that's great.
well,
Just one more question about the go-kart track. Is it inside the track or is it just outside? It's outside a separate area? Okay.
Yep, we're putting a separate area because not pick on nobody, but some of the races I've been to, racetracks I've been to where it's been on the inside, it becomes like the last ditch effort type idea. And
Okay, yep.
There's issues with the flooding, there's issues with the water around it, because whatever. So we decided to put it in a different spot on its own with this, you know, own chairs and stuff. That way it was separate and just make it grow. And everyone's like, well, yeah, but it would, you know, these kids would think it was way cooler if they were racing at Park. They're going to be racing at Park. No, on the track. No, they're going to be recognized when they win their first race. I'm going to bring them to Park Jefferson the next weekend in front of mom and grandma, in front of everybody. So not only are they going to get their trophy and their plaque, their trophy and the flag and the picture at the go-kart track, but I'm also going to recognize them at the races in front of everybody.
absolutely.
I'm going to make them the theme of that night.
And kids will love that.
Exactly, right? When we played sports when we were younger, when we all played sports, well, back when I was younger, we played stickball. You know, it wasn't a base yet, but when we played it for that recognition, right?
Yep.
No one was paying us no money. We weren't playing it going, oh man, I'm in Little League T-ball. Someday I'm going to play with the Yankees. You know, I decided that race, I turned up my leg. No, we're still just playing to play, right?
Yeah.
We need to get people excited about it. We're racing the race. Let's have fun. Let's go out there. Let's put on a show. Let's make these people love us again and keep it growing. If we do, you don't have to go to a special to make good money. Weekly shows will start paying great money. You
Yeah.
don't have to go to specials to get the accolades you want. Because weekly shows will start doing it again.
You bet.
Yep.
You bet.
That'd be great.
Well, Lenny, we thank you a ton for being willing to come on the show. Thanks for promoting us. Thanks for promoting your track. And we just really appreciate your time and everything you do for racing.
Well, thank you for letting me come on again. I know I've done it in the past. This is awesome. I love you guys. Listen to you guys every week. You guys, people out there listening, if you don't listen to them every week, you need to. And then go buy a sweatshirt. Let's go.
All right. Thanks a lot, Lenny.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
You bet. Bye.
Take care.
All right. That was great, Lenny. Oh, he might be gone.
Already, bud.
Yep.